We live in a beautiful city, full of history, a history that hasn't always been easy, but we have always moved forward.
Full of promise, the promise of hard work winning every day, and a future that is ours to make.
Filled with people who truly care about each other and who work hard and laugh easily.
Join us as we explore this place we call home. Explore Tulsa.
Hi, and welcome to Explore Tulsa.
It's been a great week and a busy week, but we have some good stories for you again.
Busy for sure. Christmas parties and Christmas shopping are in full swing.
And right in the middle of it, the whole country stopped and honored the life and legacy of former President George H.W. Bush. It kind of makes you stop and think, doesn't it?
You mean about how we will be remembered? It really does. And this season is a good time to take a look at who we are and the legacy that we are all creating.
My very first job out of school, I went out to Los Angeles, and while I was out there, there were the 1992 riots. And that left a tremendous impression on me because I actually saw how media influence took a bad situation and made it infinitely worse. And it damaged a community and a culture for generations to come. And that always left an impression on me that communications isn't to be taken lightly. It's a powerful tool, and it has powerful implications. So in thinking about that bigger picture then, I came back to Oklahoma. I went into the ad agency world, and I had this whole sense of communications is this huge and powerful tool, but the work that I'm doing has this relatively short lifespan. Pour all this work into these little projects and they burn out and they're gone in a month by design. But what kind of a heritage or legacy am I leaving for myself personally when all of my work is just there and gone? And so we got an account where I started working on magazine work. And that was very unusual for an ad agency, but it introduced me to the world of publishing. And as a part of that, we were doing heritage pieces in the magazine. So from that, then I left the ad agency and I started Mullerhaus as a primary focus on publishing design. And then from the publishing design, we started doing personal histories and corporate histories. And so then I saw this brilliant crossover between all of the strategic brand work and strategic communications, and then the history aspect and the design work. And over the years, it's just sort of evolved into what we do today. We're a heritage management firm, and we help families and businesses discover, protect, and use their history. So for families, we're primarily focused on helping to preserve physical assets like photos and documents, but then also pass down family traditions and values, heritage stories, so forth. And then for businesses, we're focused more on strategic applications like communications and employee onboarding and just really anything where a company needs to be authentic. And that's real key, is authenticity. And when you start telling the heritage story of a company and the consumers or the partners or the employees have a sense of who this company really is, then that helps a lot with your credibility with those audiences. It's extremely rewarding. And so one project that immediately comes to my mind is the Fourth and Boston book. So that was a commissioned book by the Baumgartner family. They own three of the large buildings, the largest buildings at Fourth and Boston downtown. And so they commissioned a project to tell the centennial history of those buildings. And so since that book has come out, I've done all sorts of speaking presentations where people are really curious about these buildings, and I'll be at book signings or whatever, and someone will walk up. Everybody seems to have someone who they know that worked in the building. Oh, my mother worked there, my aunt worked there, I remember watching the Christmas parade there when I was a little kid. And so to see the impact that this project has had on the intrinsic value of those buildings and the community appreciation for those buildings and the pride of ownership in the Baumgartners, because they knew obviously that the historical value, but to translate their appreciation for their own properties to the public as a whole by telling that story has been, that's a neat thing to watch.
I think you could say that Mullerhaus helps you pay tribute, and that's a pretty cool concept.
Their work is beautiful and so meaningful. It was great to sit down with them and find out the reason behind what they do.
Well, I'm in a pondering mood right now, but up next we're gonna crank up the rock and roll and get the party started again.
It's time to rock Christmas when Explore Tulsa returns in a moment.
The future has arrived. Video Revolution introduces Sony OLED Ultra 4K TV, the ultimate experience you've been waiting for. Sony HDR OLED TVs with color and detail so precise, you won't believe your eyes and ears. Watch the big game or your favorite movie. Immersed in vivid HDR color, deep black levels, lifelike detail, and crisp, clear sound which bursts from the built-in sub and speakers through the acoustic screen to dazzle your senses. Access content through thousands of apps from Amazon and Netflix to YouTube and more. With Sony's advanced voice search, you spend less time browsing and more time watching. And all images upscaled to 4K. Sony HDR OLED TV has arrived. Experience it now at Video Revolution, northwest corner of 71st and Lewis, and VideoRevolution.com.
Hi, I'm Dave Sopar, owner of Ginger Ramen Bar in downtown Tulsa, in the Blue Dome District, and you're watching Explore Tulsa.
All right, our next segment features some of Tulsa's greatest rock bands, and all coming together for a really great cause.
When we first heard about this, we thought it was just another great concert to go to during the holidays. And who doesn't need a stress reliever now and then?
But we sat down with Steve Eubanks and figured out what he was doing. We wanted to share this with you, a great story of sharing a little holiday cheer straight from Tulsa's awesome live music scene.
I started Rock Christmas 4 years ago, and how I did that was I bought a guitar pack from the music store here in Tulsa. And I was there on their Black Friday Christmas sale, which is actually on a Saturday, the weekend before Thanksgiving. And I bought this guitar pack, and I decided I was going to sell raffle tickets for it at all of our local shows that we do. My band, Straight Shot, and we sold raffle tickets off the stage. And all the money that we raised for that, we asked our fans and our friends and our family if they knew any needy families that would like to have a Christmas dinner. And so what we did was we took all the money that we raised and purchased groceries and went door to door and gave these groceries to these families so they could have a Christmas dinner in the privacy of their own home. There's soup kitchens, there's other places that even some big restaurants have cooked meals and allow you to come in and have a free meal on them for dinner. But you have to go out in public to do that. And if you go to soup kitchens, well, they know that you're having a hard time and that you need to be there. This allows them to have a meal in their privacy of their own home. We raised about $5,800 the first year, and so we were able to help a ton of families. The second year, we had the 12 Hours of Rock for Christmas, 12 bands in 12 hours, right here at Wild Hogs, and it went flawlessly. We were able to help 46 families and 97 children last year. This is the first year of really putting it on the map. By doing it at the King's Ballroom, it made people more interested in it. It made people be able to, it basically, with me being able to say it was at the Canes, it then looked more, I guess would say, legit or professional because we were moving it to a real true music venue, not just a bar or a local club in the area. I put it together to where there would be 6 bands, and as I stated, I reached out to what I thought were the best 6 bands as far as rock and roll bands in Tulsa, and they all said yes, they would do it. Straight Shot, my band, and now that I'm the current owner of Wild Hogs, Wild Hogs purchased a drum set again and following suit from the previous owners. The pretty cool thing about it is that I went out and searched for a drum set that I thought looked cool and it was unique, but I was wanting it to serve dual purposes. So I bought a drum set that was green, and I brought it here to my business and did what they call barrel stack or keg stack it, and put it on display and dressed the drum set up like a Christmas tree, and sold raffle tickets like that. At $5 a chance, you could, win a $1,000 drum set. My band Straight Shot, we also bought a guitar pack and that we continue to carry with us as tradition through all of our shows, and we sell raffle tickets like that. And like I said, again, it has everything in it to play. It has the case, the straps, the picks, the tuner, the amplifier, the guitar, everything in it. And for $5 a chance, you can, possibly get a $600 or $700 worth of gear. I guess I really like the lifestyle of always on the go and always doing busy and everything. So to me, it's fun. I love doing it. I love making people happy. But the cool part about this is that my entire family takes part in this. And we all know and understand the power of giving, and we try to do this out of the goodness of our hearts to be able to help these other families.
I like that one. A great date night, and this one is family friendly too. So pack up grandma and all the kids and head over to Cane's for a great evening of rock and roll.
And don't forget the raffle tickets if you're an aspiring musician, or maybe just want to give the best gift ever. We won't tell. It only cost you $5.
Your secret is safe with us. This is going to be a huge event this year. Make sure you check it out and support these guys.
Hey, when we return, we're exploring a completely different type of art, but another awesome idea for the whole family. There's more Explore Tulsa just ahead.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get one pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99, or my two-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
Discover the benefits of making the right connections at Video Revolution. Connect with the expert staff who will take the time to understand and satisfy your technology needs. The installation staff will make it easy to maximize your new equipment for years of high-definition inspiration. Inspirational video and audio now with voice-driven built-in internet streaming apps. Connections, real live ones with people who know and care. Video Revolution on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Hi, I'm Mark Bloomingdale. I'm the Chief Operating Officer for Meals on Wheels in Metro Tulsa. We're an organization that provides meals to homebound individuals who can't cook or shop for themselves. Our motto is, together we can deliver. This year we'll deliver about 300,000 meals. Thank you for watching Explore Tulsa. Please come on down. We'd love the opportunity to talk with you about volunteering and donating.
Thanks for coming back for more Explore Tulsa, the show about everything Tulsa.
That's right, and that includes even a woman who started a business as a second career and is now sharing her passion with everyone who walks in.
And we found her with paint on her face and a happy smile at a shop in Broken Arrow named for her grandmother.
When I decided to open this place, I didn't want to name it after myself. Broken Arrow Art Studio was too generic. So I thought my grandmother, who always had the arts and crafts at her house after church on Sunday, she was gone already. But I thought that was a good way to honor her. And it just sounded, it made it sound homey, like I want this place to feel. George's, let's go to George's. It just sounded good. She was very crafty. She'd make our dog clothes for us. She taught me how to make door stops out of Reader's Digest that looked like birdhouses. Just things that she already had around the house. That was just fun for us, and we thought it was wonderful. That's what I wanted to bring into George's. That's the feeling that I wanted people to come in and say, I did this. This is something that means something to me. So my goal in life was to be a wife and mom. And I have an amazing husband who is so supportive, and 4 wonderful kids. They're all married and have kids, and so I have 15 grandchildren. To be here and offer them that same type of experience that I had is really fun for me to do. It is interesting because I've always been in athletics all my life. I mean, I've been a softball coach and a basketball coach and all that kind of stuff. And so when I thought about doing this, I mean, I've always loved arts and crafts, but that's not what I did. And outside the home. And so some of my friends were like, oh, I didn't know you were all artsy like that. And I'm like, well, it works out so well for me here because people that come in that do have the talent to do art, that have that innate talent, they just need my stuff. They don't need me. But people like me who want to create and haven't really had any lessons or life experience, I can help them. I know how to help them do something that comes out looking wonderful for them that they're proud of. And so I can relate to that really well. So it worked out really good like that. So we paint pottery. We paint it 2 ways. You can either paint, leave it to be fired, or you can paint it with acrylic stains and take it with you. We do canvases where you can come in and paint canvas on your own, or you can schedule a party and have us teach you how to paint some kind of canvas. And we do palette boards. We do birthday parties, we do church groups, we do corporate events, we do walk-ins, it's grandparents and grandkids, it's couples, it's moms and sons, it's friends, it's just anybody that comes in. And it's real interesting because people can come in and they can be like this, like, you know, they were drugged here because they have no art in them at all, they think. And they come in like this, and by the time they leave, they are talking to the other people at the other tables, and oh, I can't wait to see that when it's done, and I hope I see you again whenever we come back. So it's the atmosphere that people bring in here that makes this work. There's a sign that my friends bought me on the counter over there that says, "I'm not bossy, I just know what you should be doing." My husband walked in and saw it, and he's like, "Yep, that's you." What I mean by that is that I'm always willing to help people, and I try not to tell them what to do, but try to lead them to make something that means something to them. People ask me, what color should I use? And I'm like, what color do you like? Let's look up here. Where do you think you're going to put that? Or, you know, and then try to lead them to something that they would like, not something that fits me. I still feel like I just started, by the way. This feels so new to me still, after 7 years, just finished 7 years. But right now we're doing a lot of the fluid painting, which is on canvas. You mix acrylic paint with different mediums like Floetrol or whatever and pour it through different things like sink strainers and stuff like that, manipulate the canvas, and that's been the biggest hit lately. So we do that. We're getting back into fused glass in January. We have people ask for that again. So I try to look ahead and see what people would be interesting and affordable for people to do and go with that. What's ahead? I don't even know why I'm here. So I take it day by day. I'm happy to be here today. I don't know.
There's a chance I could even create some art in there. That one where you swirl paint around and run it through a strainer, I can do that.
There was some of the most interesting pieces in there. That looks like a great time. Did you see the Santa being painted? That was going into the kiln to come out with bright colors and a shiny finish. I would have loved to have made that.
Our thanks to Teresa for sharing her passion and honoring her grandmother. Hey Trish, in a moment, Santa is here.
That's right, Santa's swinging by Tulsa, and he shares some helpful ideas when Explore Tulsa returns after this.
Like, parents have a thing, when it gets too quiet in the home, we're worried, you know what I mean? I don't like silence in the home because it just feels dead.
Silence, that just doesn't feel like a creative place to me.
Turning on music in your house is almost like turning on the lights in your house.
Music makes mundane stuff better. Silence is probably the enemy of a happy home.
Bring the music home on the corner of 71st and Lewis.
Hello, my name is John Paul Tucker. I'm the author of Cyclist in You, a 28-day shift, and you're watching Explore Tulsa.
Santa right here in Tulsa.
Of course, Santa and Mrs. Claus are good friends, and they stopped in to give us some insight into their itinerary.
Hold on, you're friends with Santa?
I am. I even have my own nice list certificate here. It cost me a little money, and I got one for you too, just in case.
Santa!
Hey.
It is time for your cocoa. You
Oh,
need to
my
put your
cocoa.
correspondence down here.
Marvelous.
There you
Thank
are. Watch
you.
out. It's warm, but not too hot. I have a secret. It is time for us to take a look at our annual Christmas light trip
Yes.
to see all of the
Yes.
lights across the
Where are
country.
we going this year?
Well, we know, take a look at the map there. We always start out from the North Pole.
Yes,
We'll come
right
down
up
through
here.
Toronto. They have an incredible
Down through
display.
Toronto.
Hit
Uh-huh.
Rockefeller Center.
Uh-huh. And then where?
then this year,
Where?
it's a surprise. Right in the heart of America, we're going to Oklahoma to Green Country area around Tulsa.
I like
And I
that.
have a whole list of places. They have wonderful displays there that we could see. Let's take a look at them and see what looks good, okay?
All right.
All right, what do you have first?
Well, we're going to see Rima. I always liked that. I love their nativity scene. They're in Broken Arrow.
But that's very close
Okay.
to Tulsa.
Okay.
Right.
And then lights on at Utica Square. Oh, that's always lovely.
Oh, they have beautiful things. What about here? Oh, Honor Heights Park in Muskogee.
Okay.
They have the Garden of Lights and the Winter Skate.
Okay.
Up there at all of those azalea gardens, they'll have an outdoor ice rink up there too.
Will there be azaleas this time of year?
I don't think there will be azaleas.
Well, then there's Lights Hill and Chandler Park.
Oh, that's a nice one. That's just west of downtown
Mhm,
Tulsa. Now, let's see. Fairland, Oklahoma. That's not too far from there. Twin Bridges, Park of Lights.
Oh, I heard about
Oh, they even say that they have pictures with you. Maybe it's one of your helpers. Can be taken on December 11th and 18th. But visitors can have hot dogs and drinks during that time as well. That's in Fairland, Oklahoma.
Well, then we have one also in Sapulpa, Paragon Industries. They're going to have lights and a 65-foot Santa.
Oh my gosh.
You think I can be that big?
I know, I don't think
Oh.
that's probably the real one. It sounds like he's probably lit up beautifully. Now here's a lovely one. One of my favorite areas of the state is the Bartlesville area. They have the Fantasyland of Lights at Johnstone Park on Cherokee Avenue in Bartlesville. It has holiday favorites, and there's a gingerbread house there too.
Oh, that's excellent. You know, I also hear, isn't there one at the Tulsa Botanic Gardens?
There is.
There's a
There
bunch
is.
of lovely lights.
This is, I think, the first year that they've really lit up those gardens
And they
beautifully this year.
Yes, and that's, who else do you have though?
Oh, there's the Bixby Winter Wonderland on
Okay.
weekends.
Okay.
Their Charlie Young Park is lit up for that, and I think that there are also some visits with Santa and Mrs. Claus there. Then the Villa Philbrook in Tulsa is always beautiful.
Excellent.
That's one of my favorites. It's gorgeous. What else do you have?
I have Wooler Rock.
Wooler Rock, that's in Bartlesville.
Will I get to see a buffalo this time?
They're bison, and I don't know. They'd be pretty far down on the ground, but if
Oh.
it snows, we would certainly get to see them in relief. We'll be sure to fly down low to see those lights at Wooler Rock, and
Well-
then go out to the Tallgrass Preserve to see the bison.
And they're also supposed to have 750,000 lights illuminated.
Oh my goodness, that sounds beautiful.
That's going to be fun.
Wooler Rock is a beautiful place.
What's a great plan for this year?
I think we'll get our fill.
Oh, why you're smiling. I signed us up for the Polar Bear Plunge in Tulsa.
The what?
It helps the Special Olympics, which you know is dear to my heart.
Well, of course it is, but the Polar Bear Plunge, what exactly is that?
You have to go with me and jump in a lot of cold water. It's not like the North Pole where we swim all the time.
Santa.
It'll be warm in Tulsa, trust me.
When is that?
It's February 23rd.
To benefit
The Special Olympics.
the Special Olympics.
And
All right, we'll be there.
It's going to be an exciting year.
Yes, it will.
Getting to go
be
to
a beautiful
Oklahoma
year.
to Green Country is going to be just marvelous.
It will. It will be a very, very Merry Christmas.
Be a perfect Christmas, Mrs. Claus.
Yes, it will.
Well, there you go. Santa in the house.
You know, it's funny. He didn't mention you by name. That's a little suspicious. But they were right on with all the holiday lights available all over Green Country.
Rama is a must-see, but I didn't know about a lot of those things on their list. That's good stuff.
Now be sure and take time to enjoy all the festivities these next few weeks. But for now, we'll be back with more Explore Tulsa in a moment.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get one pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99 or my two-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
When it's time to turn it on, turn it all the way on with Sonos. Sonos, leading the way in innovative audio solutions for your home. Experience crystal clear, full-bodied sound at any volume level. And with rock-solid wireless performance and a system that's easy to set up, control, and expand, your Sonos can be completely customized to fit your needs. Video Revolution is your Tulsa source for all things Sonos. And right now is the perfect time to come in and talk audio. Video Revolution and Sonos, partners in superior audio quality and exceptional customer service on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Hi, I'm Marshall Horn, co-founder of Kids Against Hunger Global here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Did you know that in Oklahoma, 1 in 5 children go to bed hungry at night? That's not starving, but they're hungry. And we have a solution to that right here in Tulsa. We feed children in Tulsa and Oklahoma and across the nation and around the world. We would love to get to know you, and thank you for watching Explore Tulsa.
Well, that's our show for this week.
A moment to say thanks, of course, to our sponsors who make this show possible. Be sure and support our local sponsors.
Dr. Zellner and Associates and Video Revolution are both Tulsa companies that have been around for a long time, and we thank them both for helping us do this show every week.
Take some time to enjoy family and friends this holiday season. There's nothing more important than that.
Tell Santa I said hey when you see him.
So from all of us here at Explore Tulsa, Merry Christmas. See you next time.
The mood, that sound that we were able to capture on the... What the heck is going on over there? It's just cracking me up.